Hello! For me, it's today Monday morning, and my day started first very nicely with my son. I have a 7-year-old son. And after that, when he was leaving to the school, there came the rush. And then after he left, I started to get already a little bit tense there that, put your clothes on now and get out and blah, blah, blah. And then when he left, I'm usually watching the window because there is a big road that how he gets, over the road that, is he watching the cars coming and all that. And he actually was in a rush, but he took his cell phone out from his backpack and walked over the street with his cell phone. And I went furious, as probably many parents would. Because my son should know better, because we've been talking about this many times and so on. Okay, so then I called him and I gave him quite a lecture. Okay, yeah, then he was there like, okay, yeah, I'm sorry. And probably now I hope he's gonna remember better. But anyway, after the phone call, guess who didn't feel so good? Me. Okay, why I didn't feel so good is because I got angry and because I acted from the space of anger and frustration and powerlessness. I slipped into the worry and all those negative, parts of me that when they get triggered, they start to act from that, anger and frustration. And it's not really cool. That's what humans have been doing for eons. Can't I already act a little bit more mature? Okay, yes I can with some things, but when it comes to my child, it's really hard. And guess what? There is a point why this parenting thing is such a endless well in a way to learn yourself, because there's lots of things where you get triggered and where you feel powerless and where you feel you can't, because you are supposed to actually grow from those situations in your life. So I needed to do some very deep processing this morning with me, that why I get angry and frustrated. And basically when I started to process, when I wasn't anymore in my head just thinking that why did I do that and now I got angry and that's the endless stupid talk where your mind keeps you stuck. But when you start processing, you actually go there and you hear yourself that, okay, I didn't feel good and probably my son didn't feel good after that. And who cares? Of course there was a reason for that in a way, but there was no reason for me to be really like putting it out with hostile way. There is no ever justify to do that. Really, never. So yeah, then I needed to process and find my why. Why I keep on acting from this part of myself. And it came to this one question that would be that like in this case for me, that why my feminine is not ready to grow up to be mature. Why it always acts from that really non-mature place when I'm supposed to be the more mature parent to teach to my child how to become a mature. So yeah, I needed to do deep processing with myself and go and find very deeply why I am acting like this, why my inner feminine is not ready to grow up. Where is it coming from? And this is actually all about what my work is about, teaching that skill set to you, to other people, that how you can do very deep emotional, intellectual processing with yourself, that you are capable of actually finding deep enough why to be then capable of creating new how will I do things differently. And if I'm not capable of actually finding deep enough why, meaning going deep enough as my mother parenting me or my grandparents parenting my mom, that what has been, what has been the trauma, what has been the unharmonious, thing that has been moved from generation to generation. What's the trauma? What's the big trauma behind there? And of course I need first to find my trauma, that after that I'm capable of, going very deep in my own life, and then to finding that where is it actually coming from. And I can do this in 15 minutes because I have the skill set to do that. You can go to the psychotherapy or wherever you want to go and work that issue for years. And in a way, of course, the whole life is processing. Of course, yeah, it takes time to do this in therapeutic sessions. But, emotional processing, it's just a skill set what you have to basically have to be able to very fast process things and then create your new how from that place which has already seen everything, understands everything, and then it's kind of capable of letting go of that because it understands that where is it coming and it's not actually even mine, and where I have gone wrong, when I have took it as part of my identity, and then it's capable of creating its own how. And yeah, that's basically the work that we do on our DNA level. We clean the trauma from what we have inherited from our family line. And that is scientifically proven that those traumas are actually carried in our DNA. And we are actually capable of change that. We are capable of alter our human system to be more clean, that we can be more happy. And then we come to that part that we are actually capable of creating new, better how. Because that how comes after you have connected yourself and you have find deep enough how that you have empathic capability to find sustainable solution for yourself, which is fully satisfying. And that's when the new how is also something that is not anymore creating war or disharmony or problems or difficulties in your life. It's actually something that is creating new, better solutions, more happy people, more satisfied, peaceful self, and so on. So that's what we are as a human beings very much capable of doing, to grow up from unmature to mature. And of course, we are maybe that in some areas in our life, but there is very many fragmented parts of ourselves that are still staying in that unmature, state. And especially when there comes big challenges in your life, or when you get divorced or somebody dies, or when you have the problems with your child, or somebody leaves you, or you don't get the job that you want, or you have money issues, or whatever, all the human problems. All the problems are just, basically the red flags that come up that, hey, this is the part of you that is not yet mature, it hasn't found yet its how or why, and now it's time to go and find it and grow up and to be mature. It's very, very simple, actually. So yeah, okay, this was just what I really wanted to share, because it's these everyday problems and everyday issues that everybody have. And you know, even if I have the skill set and I have the capability to process and I teach that, but it doesn't mean that I'm still not growing. Of course I'm growing. Everybody are growing. That's why this life is. We grow our whole life. Then we just start to create maybe a little bit more, you know, different things, bigger things. But it's step by step, learning, getting mature, and creating something more sustainable, empathic, and satisfying. So yeah, so if you want to work with me, then put me email to marjukka.org@gmail.com if you want to learn the skill set and grow mature. And if you like this video, please like and share, and you can also press the clock or bell button, yeah, and then you get my channel notifications when I make a new video. So yeah, thanks for listening and see you next time. Ciao.